left the White House today. Surprisingly, President Trump rushed out of the White House with his daughter Ivanka next to him, with not reporting to the media. President Trump and Ivanka Trump board Marine One for trip to Dover Air Force Base for arrival of remains of Navy SEAL killed in raid in Yemen. Pic.twitter.com web link. ABC News, at ABC, February 1, 2017. //platform.twitter.com web link. The truth is, he went to the funeral of the fallen Navy SEAL Chief Special Warfare Operator William Ryan Owens, who died last week during a raid against Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula of Yemen, making him the first military combat casualty since President Trump took office. We know that Trump made a call 3 days ago to Owens's family offering his deepest condolences to his father, wife and 3 children. It's a rare sight for a president to go personally on such an event, and that is what warms our hearts to know we have a president who proves there is nothing more important than the lives of the American people. We could not have made a better choice than him. Some liberal media will probably say that this was all a show-off or publicity, but on the contrary, there was no media coverage or announcement to the press, and that speaks a lot. It is almost impossible for Trump to attend and honor every fellow SEAL when he dies, but this move by him today made all of us proud to be American and stand for our values. Thank you, Mr. President, we are proud to have you. Spread the word to prove the liberal media wrong. Liberals refuse to show up for the committee vote. What the Republicans just did left them speechless. Lately, we were seeing liberals making jokes on Trump and his cabinet picks for no particular reason. Or maybe there is one. They are simply horrified by the fact that they have zero power, so what is the best option for them? Of course, make fun of the winners. Just dumb. On top of that, Trump is literally struggling to get cabinet members to sign. Unlike Obama in 2009, to whom this job was a piece of cake. And now, just like little kids, liberals didn't show up to do their job and vote for 2 potential cabinet members to proceed. Of course, we don't need them. So, the Republicans decided to proceed with the voting without them. Yeah, who needs them, really? Business Insider reported. Republicans on the Senate Finance Committee on Wednesday approved President Donald Trump's nominees for Secretary of the Treasury and Secretary of Health and Human Services without any votes from Democrats. Republicans used a parliamentary tactic to change the rules of the committee, allowed them to pass the nominations on to the full Senate without Democrats in attendance. Republicans on the Senate Finance Committee on Wednesday approved President Donald Trump's nominees for Secretary of the Treasury and Secretary of Health and Human Services without any votes from Democrats. Republicans used a parliamentary tactic to change the rules of the committee, allowed them to pass the nominations on to the full Senate without Democrats in attendance. When they saw this, liberal media CNN just rushed into calling this action an extraordinary. It is completely hilarious how this stupid media is willing to do everything to back up liberals and their childish ways of thinking. The Los Angeles Times reported. Republicans on the Senate Finance Committee voted Wednesday to recommend the nominations of Tom Price as Health and Human Services Secretary and Steve Mnuchin as Treasury Secretary to the full Senate after changing rules to stymie a boycott by Democrats, according to the Associated Press. The move came after Democrats prevented confirmation votes for both men Tuesday, charging that Price and Mnuchin misled the committee. That move infuriated Senate Finance Committee Chairman Orrin Hatch, Republican Utah, who called the tactic pathetic and Democrats idiots. Committee rules require at least one member from each party to be present for a meeting. But the committee's Republicans changed the rules Wednesday to allow for confirmation votes, Hatch said. We took some unprecedented actions today due to the unprecedented obstruction on the part of our colleagues, Hatch said. I'm loving it. Look, Democrats, politics is some really serious place to be fooling around. It is a vital part of our country, and if you are willing to play games rather than to work, Better expect results like this. Extraordinary. What do you think of this matter? Tell us in the comment section below. Stay well, folks. Jennifer Lawrence just got political lessons by patriotic citizens. Her Facebook post turned out to be a mistake. We all remember Jennifer Lawrence as an independent artist with strictly professional and cute statements. Unfortunately, she decided to step into politics and take the liberal nonsense ideas. Lately, she made an awful statement about Trump's Muslim ban. It seems that she doesn't have a clue what she is talking about. She just followed the liberal pawns before her in an attempt to be in. Just after her stupid comment, she learned that her best interest was to keep her mouth shut and stay out of politics. She stated on her Facebook profile, "My broken heart goes out to the innocent lives of Muslim refugees that are trying to escape terror and find safety for their families." Just to make her actions understandable. She, as merely whole Hollywood, was a Clinton supporter from the start who deep inside believed that she would win. She was so convinced of Hillary's win that at one time she stated that Trump's win is the end of the world. She is so blind. When you see, she is constantly repeating the same thing that other celebs are saying about Trump. This leads to a conclusion that she doesn't even have her own opinion. I and millions of Americans understand that someone's race or religion should never keep them in harm's way, she wrote. Breitbart reported, "It should be every person's duty to help and protect anyone no matter their nationality. I pray for sanity and compassion to return to the White House," she added. Her post, of course, didn't go as expected, as she instantly got some bad feedback from citizens who understand our situation. Check out more brilliant responses here. What do you think of her stupid public stunt? President Trump hired legend Scalias Widow. He never forgets true Americans. As we all know, last night, we had the announcement of the new nominee for the Supreme Court Justice, the conservative Neil Gorsuch, to fill the place of the late Antonin Scalia, serving from September 26, 1986, February 13, 2016. President Trump made a good gesture by inviting the wife of the now deceased Justice, Maureen Scalia, to the announcement. He said, "With us tonight is Maureen Scalia, a woman loved by her husband and deeply respected by all. I am so happy she is with us." This was followed with ovations from the guests. Maureen then met with her husband's replacement Gorsuch, who had some touching words to say about the deceased Scalia, calling him the lion of the law, pointing out that he was on a winter vacation when he found out about his death, admitting that he was all in tears when he heard that. Trump's choice for this position received good feedbacks, people stating that Gorsuch will be a marvelous replacement for Scalia, carrying out his spirit and interpreting the law words as they were originally understood. What do you think of Trump's choice? Share your thoughts. Breaking: Trump got fed up with the millions of greedy immigrants and cut the line. We were witnesses that liberals last week were going crazy over Trump's breaking up with the idea of illegal immigrants coming to America. But they have a new source of headaches now that the president signed his new executive order. Every illegal immigrant who has come to take the fruits of free welfare checks is going to have a mental breakdown. We all know how Obama's administration treated illegal immigrants who came in America, giving them a chance to apply and get on welfare. But, as we can all agree, as Mr. Trump says, welfare is a privilege and not a right. We got our hands on some leaked information about Trump's newest executive order telling illegal immigrants who come in America just to live on welfare will be as soon as possible deported back to their homeland. Leeching of the back of hardworking Americans has become common practice in America during Obama's reign, but not anymore. As for all immigrants who come to America, if you want to live and prosper here, you have to accept our laws and tradition, not just drain the economy and causing problems. It's not the same story that was with the Obamas. It's a new time now, you need to adjust to it. John Wayne just trashed Hollywood with this epic video. It's going viral. Hollywood was something else 45 years ago. Unlike today, where celebrities whine about white supremacy and make anti-state statements. Hollywood legend, actor, director and producer John Wayne made a special named Swing Out, Sweet Land, in which he invited other famous actors at that time to talk about and celebrate American history. The show featured Wayne walking across through the biggest moments in American history, interviewing some of the most influential Americans ever, such as George Washington, Mark Twain, Frederick Douglass, etc., of course played by the actors in the show. Probably the biggest moment of the show was when the crew come together and started singing God Bless America. From today's point of view, it is nearly impossible for the Hollywood stars to gather and make a move like this. That explains the reasons why our country started walking backwards. The celebrities don't want to use their influence to protect the values that makes America strong and united. We really wonder what would America look if there were more celebrities like the legend Wayne alive today. He was truly a jewel at his own time. Share if you agree.